Okay. Before I go any further to the end of the game, that guy up there sells boss armors. I don't need any of them. I'm going to detail the quest lines that I have left to do and I'm not going to do. Griggs here. Griggs, if you buy all of his spells and all of the ones that Logan teaches him, he will go off in search of Logan, go through Sen's Fortress, and die in Sen's Fortress, forcing you to kill him as a hollow. Logan, he will, he's in Sen's Fortress, you free him, he'll sell you stuff, he'll then go to the Duke's Archives and get caught again. He'll then sell you stuff in the Duke's Archives once you free him, but once you buy all of his sorceries, he hollows and is fought in the room where Seath kills you the first time. Doing so gets you the Tin Banishment Catalyst and his hat. The Catalyst being the strongest Catalyst in the game, but it halves your magic uses. Laurentius here.
Oh, please, as always.
Laurentius here will... you don't have to buy all of his stuff. I'm going to for the sake of it.
Pyromancy is produced upon you. Pyromancy, and so.
Oh, are you going to?
Flame. The pyromancer's flame is the flame. When I gave you that, please take good care of it.
Oh, will he not? Did I fail him because I told him no? Well, I guess I failed him.
Oh, hello there. Oh, please, as always. My teacher, whom
Here we
I
go.
imagine still resides in the Great Swamp, had a funny way of putting it. He said that pyromancy.
Yeah, I don't care what you're saying.
This land, why?
Here we go.
Tell me about
We've
it.
heard this before.
Why, yes, of course. Thank you for sharing. I'm still an able pyromancer. I shall locate her myself. I'm in your debt once again. The pyromancer's flame. The flame.
So I just finished his quest line, because now that I told him where I got the Chaos Pyromancy, he's going to go down into Blighttown to find it and die. That's the end of his quest line. You then fight his hollowed body there. Tris, the guy who's here, you do his quest after you ring both bells, and Pete and Orlando, they leave for the catacombs. He comes back and is like, oh, I can't find her anywhere. You find her in the catacombs, or in the Tomb of the Giants. She goes up there, and he goes and kills her. If you kill her, or kill him before he gets to kill her, she'll sell you great pyroman or miracles. On top of that, she will, if you buy all of her miracles, she'll hollow and appear as a corpse in the or as an enemy in the Duke's Archives. Patches, we did his quest already. You just talked to him various times throughout the Tomb of the Giants in the catacombs. Don't get mad at him the whole time he comes up here and sells you stuff. I failed the Onion quest. Do I want to kill you?
Oh, you again. You've come at that. Some new... I say...
I mean, some new stuff has come your way. It's the same stuff you sold before.
Right. Don't you forget who got...
No, well, do not treat me.
Could just jump down his neck pit. That does take you down to the area.
Is it?
I can feed him a lot of stuff.
Very well.
Warp is what you want to push, because it just takes him, or takes you to the location. Firelink Altar. So, Throughout the game, the last little chunk of the game, I have gotten 4 souls. Soul of one of the 4 kings who fell to the dark. A fragment of a Lord Soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Lord Gwyn recognized the foresight of these 4 great leaders of New Londo, and granted them their ranks and the fragments of a great soul. Although this is not a full Lord Soul, it could still satiate the Lord Vessel. Nito. Soul of Gravelord Nito, first of the dead. This Lord Soul was discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Gravelord Nito administers the death of all manner of beings. The power of this soul is so great that it satiates the Lord Vessel, despite the fact that much of its energy has already been offered to death. Seat the Scalus, a fragment... Oh yeah, already got that. Of the albino Seat the Scalus. Seath allied with Lord Gwyn and turned upon the dragons, and for this he was awarded dukedom. Embraced by the royalty, and given a fragment of a great soul. Although just a piece, it will still satiate the Lord Vessel. And Bed of Chaos, Mother of all Demons. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. Do I need to kindle this fire? Or does it get kindled once I feed it the souls yet? Kiln of the First Flame. The final area of the game. And for lore reasons, it is plagued with Black Knights. Because Black Knights are just Silver Knights that allied with Gwyn. When Gwyn went to go and fight the demons that the Witch of Izalith created, him and his knights all got burnt. They all got singed. So this area is also kind of singed. And these are also the only respawning Black Knights in the game. These are the only ones that respawn. And there's also one of every type if you want to farm for their armor. Or not their armor, their weapons. You can't actually get their armor from them. You have to pick it up from that item over there. Is that enough to one-shot you? Nope. It did do 666 damage, though. Okay, okay, I see you. I see ya. Man's wanting to earn MVP. Black Knight armor. It's slightly worse than what I have. The knights followed Lord Gwyn when he departed to link the fire, but they were burned to ashes in the newly kindled flame, wandering the world as disembodied spirits even after. So yeah, they're revenants, basically. Or remnants. Oh, I did do it correctly. There's a summon here. Because I saved Solaire from the from his final death. I'm not going to do it, but I am going to detail a little bit of his lore. And I don't want to call it a controversy, but a thing that people thought when this game first came out. Gwyn has a lost son. We know of this. Oh, piss up a tree. We don't know who his son is. Not when this game came out. We don't know the son. So, people speculated that Solaire, because of his connection with the sun and lightning, like Lord Gwyn, was Gwyn's lost son. Of course, I'm pretty sure it's been proven wrong, but that's what people believed. Okay. I'm gonna mute for this. Holy shit, that was kind of hectic at the end. Oh my god. Well, it makes a bit of sense that he gave me some difficulty. He is the final boss of the game. My god, I did so well during that fight too, but he just wailed on me. Oh. So anyway, I do not believe you can actually leave this arena. Homeward Bound, I think, just locks you into the ending. But right now that I've beaten Gwyn, I have two ending options. I can walk out the front door, let the fire, which is basically the life of the world, because Gwyn is kindling. He is basically acting as fuel for the fire. So, because I killed him, this fire's gonna die. If I walk out the door, I let the fire die, and I subject humanity to the age of darkness. Or what I'm gonna do, link the fire and replace Gwyn as kindling. I'm gonna lower them to an extent and actually have my character away, just so you can hear the music. But that is Dark Souls 1. Actually, no, I can do that. Have the death counter be fully on screen. It might be off by one, because I think I might have missed one, but I don't remember. I think it's accurate. 35 deaths. That ain't bad. That's not a bad total. There's people who have died hundreds in a playthrough. 35 isn't exactly bad. It's not good, don't get me wrong. But 5 of those, what, I did do myself? So it was 30 from enemies, 29 if you don't count the dog, 28 if you don't count this, 27 if you don't count that. I'm not gonna sit here and dwindle my number to make myself feel better. CQC? Oh, yeah, close quarters combat. I assume that's to make sure combat in the game was fun. But what can I say that I haven't already said? I love this game. Dark Souls 1 is a masterpiece. Like, I love this game so much. It is hard, don't get me wrong, especially if you don't know what the game wants from you. But this game is amazing, and I absolutely adore it. It's got good characters with little, nice little quest lines that I screwed a giant chunk of them up on. The weapon combat is really cool and really fun. I wish a few more of the weapons had different fight styles. But for the most part, like, all the swords have slash or poke in various degrees. Jeez, you want to be any louder? Okay, so that first group of credits was for the base game. This is, or for the remaster, this is the base game. But, yeah, a lot of them are just either slash or poke, which, sure, gives you options. There is a lot of weapons and a lot of unique weapon styles. I just wish, like, the short sword made use of its size. So you had, like, little quick attacks. Just stuff like that. That's me being picky. Actually, that's me being wrong. A lot of the weapons do have unique styles, now that I'm thinking about it. A lot of the bosses are... well, lots of people who... lots of people did the voices. Trusty Patches and Lawtruck was Will. A guy named Will. A lot of the bosses are fine. There are a couple stinkers, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to whine about the Beta Chaos or Nito or Seath because those areas were rushed. So they're, of course they're going to be bad. They don't have polish. But for the most part, like, the funny thing is too, Beta Chaos isn't even that bad. Nito was pretty fun. Seath is interesting. I think, what is the worst boss in the game? What would the worst boss in the game be to me? I want to say Taurus. So yeah, you get put back into the Undead Asylum. And the only thing you get to keep is Bottomless Box and the Master Key. You also lose a couple rings. You lose the Lava Walking Ring, and you lose the Covenant of Artorias ring. But everything else, spells, arrows, weapons, bonfire stats, you get to keep. What is the worst boss in the game? Because a lot of the bosses have their own merits. The 3 Asylum Demons are... whatever. I don't know. I give a lot of the bosses a pass, primarily because of how I believe the bosses are built. Most of the bosses, or if not all of the bosses, act as miniature tutorials. They teach you little aspects of the game. They focus on dodging. They'll teach you about dodging. They'll teach you about bosses don't always play fair. That's what Capra does. Moonlight Butterfly focuses on dodging. Also, because you have your weapons, you can kill this guy first time around. Taurus teaches you that the arena is not always in your favor. Also, bosses and enemies give more souls now. Like, instead of, what, 2,000 he usually gives? Or she usually gives, she gave 10 grand. Things like Quelaag is, Quelaag teaches you, you know, a boss is in control of the arena. So she, like how she, has a bunch of AoE stuff with, like, lava and all that. The game does, it has bosses that are built around certain aspects. They're built around certain little aspects, and that is, and, you know, that teaches you enough about the game. Also, yeah, he gives you the big pilgrim key if you kill the giant. I think, do I still have the Calamity Ring? Yeah. I think you also lose some items. Like, I think... Nope. I still have souls and items. But I will point out that enemies do hit more, like, they hit harder. So they're hitting me pretty much to the same degree that they were back when I first started, just about. Nope, I guess not. He hit a little bit more. Do I have the old witch's ring still? Did it take that from me? I don't think it does, no. But yeah, a lot of the bosses just kind of get a pass because they teach you a lot of, like, they just teach you little mechanics. Not, like, a good chunk of them are not, like, full-fledged tutorials. Like, they just teach tiny little things. Like, the Gaping Dragon emphasizes, watch what the boss is doing. Because a lot of his attacks will pretty much insta-kill you if you do not pay attention to what you're doing. So yeah, there's not many stinker bosses. The bosses I find the least fun to play or to fight against would probably be... Oh man, I have to think about that. Let's see, Asylum is fine. Stray Demon and Demon Fire Sage I'm gonna lump with Asylum because it'd be unfair to judge them on their own because they're just palette swaps, basically. Really? Well, time to use that soul I just got. Actually, I'll use one of these. Taurus is... I think Taurus might be the worst one. There's the Gargoyles, which also are just kind of not that good. Moonlight Butterfly is whatever, I like her. Sif is a fun fight. Quelaag is whatever. Cisa's Discharge is whatever. Centipede Demon is whatever. Beta Chaos is whatever. Because a lot of the bosses, they either they don't stand out, or they're good. There's not many bosses that are just outright bad. Why is that open? Or why is that closed? Did I lose something? No. Because that's supposed to, what that chest does is you see it throughout the whole game. All it does is if you lose a quest important item. So if you somehow lost the Lord Vessel, or if you somehow lost, you know, a key. Also, yeah, these things do now take 2 hits. Any other bosses I didn't just list there? Smoan Ornstein, I think, is actually a really fun fight. Seath the Scaleless, Beta Chaos, 4 Kings, and Nito are just kind of whatever. They're fine. They're unoffensive. Beta Chaos is not that bad. Any other bosses? Pinwheel, I like. Pinwheel's cool. Yeah, there's not many bosses I don't like. If I had to pick a worse one, it'd probably be Centipede Demon or Taurus. Also, I could, like, the game, it is just the game again. All items are back where they were. So for rare items like Calamity Ring, or not Calamity Ring, sorry, Rings of Favor and Protection, or the Seance Rings, or the Sacrifice Rings, you can get again. It is worth getting duplicates of the valuable rings, because those do grant you, you can tell the Frampton he'll eat them and he'll give you like 1,000 souls each. So it's kind of worth it. But yeah, for the most part, this is just play the game again, but everything's harder. A couple things you do unlock is, one, you get access to Gwyn's weaponry if you use his soul. You get some of these souls do grab multiple weapons, so if you want to get the achievements, you need to get 2 copies. Like Gwendolyn gives a bow and a catalyst. Sif gives 2 greatswords. Smo only gives his hammer. Iron Golem gives a fist and a axe. Quelaag gives 2 swords. Moonlight Butterfly gives a shield and a spear. But you have to level up the appropriate weapon to level 10. Priscilla gives a scythe. Guardian, I think, gives a... I don't know what Guardian does. Artorias gives a sword and a shield. Manus gives a catalyst. Gwyn gives... I think Gwyn actually gives 3 things. I think it gives you his sword, his shield, or his lightning spear. Sunlight spear. I don't know. Just little things like that. It's just play the game again. Any other aspects that I want to talk about? I like the game. The level designs are great. I do wish a lot of the level designs didn't just have a lot of pitfalls. Because there are a lot of parts where you could just get knocked off into a pit. I don't know. Not much I can say. The music is great. I do like how only certain areas have music. So if I leave Firelink... the music goes away. Well, to an extent it goes away. Enemies also, as I said, give more souls. Like, these guys are given 360. Or before they gave, what, 72? Your ratio in which that you were getting the point system for the souls in an area, that is just, that's back to 0, so you can get everything again. But yeah, for the most part, it is just the same game again, but harder. I don't think shopkeeps actually have different stock. The guy underneath the bridge that sells boss armors does. He has Gwyn's armor now. Oh, what did you drop? Battle axe.
Well,
Did you sell? Yeah, they still sell stuff for the same price. I don't have the repair box, I guess. But like arrows and... oh, damn. Sure. You can kill him again to get another katana. It's just... yeah, again, it's just same game, but slightly harder. At the Four Kings, he didn't give me much difficulty in the last run. The Four Kings becomes the hardest boss in this because of how they still spawn with the same timing. But now they have triple the health. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.